What happened to the music?
After a while, like you'll just know a bunch, and you'll
look at it when it's dry enough to be fired.
What? Oh, she had a reaction. She was
done before yesterday. Only like a couple mostly.
Alright, I'll go look at the house.
I heard last night that she was...
Where'd all the pigs go?
I don't know.
You know how to make that work?
What happens when you don't know the words?
We're getting there,
La
Josh.
la bamba. La la bamba. La la bamba. La la bamba.
What's happening, Steve?
We're mixing materials to fix the Cob Oven.
Very good.
Sand, clay, and straw. And music.
get it.
And personality.
Like halfway.
Beat it.
Crusty Nash.
Yeah.
Still
You guys have got
That's
oh, yeah.
like that.
Oh, yeah. This is excellent. Very good. You guys are...
No, I don't know what you're talking about. More like a ball red. It's like a...
You want it balled up?
Yeah, let's ball it up and get it over there. This is ready to roll. You guys are professional.
It seems like less strong.
You guys did put less straw on it, didn't you? I thought Artie only came over and did one like layer.
No, he came over.
Oh, twice? Okay. It doesn't look different to me. It looks like the same amount of straw.
Hey, it's more or less straw.
Oh, I think it's like a
I think there's less, but it looks to me like it's the same.
I think kind of.
I think it's a little less strong than last bit.
Okay.
Pretty close to it.
Yeah, close enough, right?
You can always get more straw in there. It's just it's hard work.
Yep.
Is that a broken plastic spoon built into the wall here? It looks like it.
Same way.
Same way? Can I pile them on this little area?
You do that too?
That way you don't...
So you can work that outside the structure there. You're kind of beyond the previous surface. You know what I mean?
Well, what I'm going to do is put that bridge in here. So I gotta get myself prepped up for that.
Yeah.
So to build up the walls on both sides.
Yep.
Maybe just get a little bit of this one.
Okay.
Yeah, we just have to put them on break for a sec.
You know it? You know the word? You could do take you out to the ball game.
I know
Take me out.
That's not Cob building work.
No.
Let's see how this is going to fit. This is going to go in like...
You know friend of the devil, right?
You want that? You want the bridge like that?
I was thinking, yeah.
Currently,
Very strong. And then you're gonna cover that over.
Rising.
Yeah.
What is it?
Bad Moon Rising.
So was it less straw? You guys just found straw?
Yeah, but someone needs to sing the rhythm.
How does it? Tell me how it goes.
The bad,
Credence.
Credence Clear, but remind me. How does it go?
I think there's too much strong spots.
Let me think. It hasn't come yet to my mind.
Throw them to them.
I know. I grew up in that age. I saw Credence Clearwater.
Yeah?
I am old. I am, and I love it. Thank goodness I'm closer to the end than the beginning.
I didn't say a word.
Yeah, that's it.
I noticed your shirt today. Your old guy's rule shirt.
Someone gave that to you. Someone give that to you and just buy it yourself.
I wanted to recognize my limitations. You earned it.
Marty, did someone buy the shirt for you, or did you just get it yourself?
We got that. We picked it up on the coast in Maine. We were in a shirt store. We bought a bunch of shirts. My wife saw it and said,
What's the first word of
"It's
the
really
song?
for golf."
I see how fast moving flies.
I
What's one of my
see
favorite
trouble
songs?
on the way.
Wait.
I forget the third one.
Sing it, dude.
There's a lot of market studies, like do a study for got popcorn stuck in my teeth and I can't dig it out now.
That's Cob for you. That should be like a quarter of the day.
What's that little round thing?
You know, it's the bung from the 55 that we got.
We don't use it though.
Don't get buried. Really trying to get it lined up there.
Yeah,
You don't know Bob Dylan?
I do.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, I didn't know. Oh, yeah, of course I know Bob Dylan.
Yeah.
God, come on.
Even when it was Bobby
How can
Zimmerman.
we even... the song of his,
Let me think.
Tangled Up in Blue. I know Tangled Up in Blue in the car.
I've seen
Oh, I
love
got a
by
good
my
one here.
door. Never been this close before. You know that one?
I got a big one here. I got a tape too.
There's a lot of straw in there.
It was. I'm getting it embodied in there.
Tangled up in you.
This is sort of the full integration they're trying to
Where's my
obtain
lyrics?
here. They're trying to get it worked into the other existing material and into each other. Trying to fill that seam richly.
Now, are we gonna mix another layer that's the plaster layer on the outside like this?
We certainly can, yeah. It's not optional, like, I'll probably put a pretty, before we're done today, I'll really start working the outside of this and get it so it's pretty good.
Just smooth it with your hand, just rub it.
Okay.
Just start doing this now. But I'm sort of trying to get my structure all in place before I start dilly-dallying with that. Sort of with the heel of my hand, pressing. Sort of filling in them spaces. Making sure it's seamless. pushing with my heel. I'm not looking to vibrate it, looking to sort of push it into one another. Smooth. More material. There's more?
Yeah, there's 24 balls.
Oh, great. That gives me a lot of flexibility here at the end. Well, yeah, so as I go, I'm sort of trying to get more serious about how I want the finish to look.
Poking it in with your fingers like that intentionally so it like really like locks together.
Yep. And then trying to finish it without necessarily vibrating it. Like it's more of a...
You try not to hit it.
Yeah, it's a... I mean, if I do start to...
Pat it.
It will...
It works, but it kind of it chokes off
wet.
a little bit too.
Yeah, it changes the composition. What you want to do is just poke it in there and have
Shove it and then smack it.
sufficient volume in there. And then you just sort of scrape with your pushing it into all the crevices. And whatever excess comes off, you can just reuse
You think it was going to be heavy?
or stick in another location.
Is what I put in holding together?
Oh yeah, it's there forever.
Says, get ready. It's going to be heavy. It's going to have some heft. But nothing. For now.
So yeah, sort of just still trying to get it on there. And yeah, I mean, I'm pretty good at this. I've done a lot of this, but it is.
So modest.
I'm good at playing with Cob, all right? That's one thing I could say. But the
Obviously, I'm good at it.
I've done it a lot. But what I'm saying is, you just get sort of a sense. I know you'd be sort of timid at first, but you needn't be. I mean, you're just really trying to get a sense of this material, and when it's got tensile strength, when it's pulling apart, and when it's thick, you know, and how wet it needs to be or what condition it needs to be to stick. Yeah, so it's an evaluation, a continual evaluation of the materials and technique, but you're sort of just trying to really get in tune with what you're working with. Like in what condition is the cob so you can get it to form a flat face here? Like what does it need to be thicker in terms of, you know, more rigid material there? In which case I'd take some of this and try to smear it on. Or does it need to be, you know, more pliable? In which case I'll get some of this and put on, you know, a little sculptural feature.
A nose.
Yeah, something like that. But so it's really a continual interpretation of the material and trying to figure out its limitations for your purposes. But I think so. Right now, like you see how I'm trying to seal up a lot of those little nooks and crannies just to make the finish a little bit nicer in the short term. But really, if you want to get a really nice plaster that's going to adhere, you're going to leave it like this. If I was coming back to, you know, in 2 weeks and going to put a plaster on, it's better you just leave it like this and scratch coat on top of that than do all this work. But I don't really know when we're going to get back and do the plaster finish. So I'm doing this right now, sort of a smoothing effect.
Does it even need a plaster finish?
It doesn't really.
But it looks
It's
nicer.
aesthetic, and it'll make it last longer.
Yeah, if you didn't have the cover, you would want a plaster finish, right?
Yeah, definitely. Oh, definitely. It would be very helpful if you didn't have a cover. But you can later, if we are going to put the plaster finish on, I left it a little low right here, so we have plenty of room to stick it in. So, okay. When I was in Argentina, I was trying to learn to do this, and I was very, I don't know, at one point in my time, I was very impatient. And so, since then, obviously, things have changed. But I was trying to get the job done as quickly as possible, right? So I would come running up to the wall with a wheelbarrow load and just like throw the stuff on there and like beat on it, so to speak. And it was causing it to like, you know, react negatively. The material would sort of balloon out and get it would not retain that structural cohesive nature that we were looking to obtain.
Right.
And so this lady came up to me. She was like more or less the resident caretaker of the place we were working. And she was like, look, buddy, you got to stop treating this stuff like you're wrestling or like you're fighting it. You got to start treating it like you're massaging it, like you're loving it.
Right.
You know, and it's just a whole different approach to like construction that I just was not familiar with at all. Like Western construction is framing and stuff is all about taking like a 28-ounce hammer and beating the crap out of stuff.
Yeah, 2 hits to
Pretty
pound a
angry,
16-penny nail.
Yeah, just beating it, and just and just it's almost violent.
Angry at that.
But this type of construction is so much more like sculptural and like sensory in a much different sense than that sort of violent interaction with buildings that's so conventional. Yeah, so you give it a nice massage. That's how you get it done, right?
So what are you plastering on the inside of the?
I'm just trying. I'll get you in here and you can feel of it. But more or less, I'm trying to shape the walls like I've shaped these, just so they're sort of resistant to what's about to happen to it, which is logs getting pummeled into the side of it, and just trying to give it like a contour that I think will be durable in there. I mean, I got a lot of material behind this, so it's going to stay regardless. But I'm just trying to get it.
You don't want to be knocking chunks of it off as you're
get it
fire.
smooth so it's not as susceptible to things getting caught on it and things sort of. Do you want to get in there and feel that? Or do you have a sense of what I'm talking about?
I'll just see it. I can reach in there.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Fingerprints on that. Put your fingerprints on.
Oh, I see.
You see what I'm feeling in there?
And the one on the right, you haven't finished it?
Yeah. You want to do that one?
I can try.
What you got to do, let's see a piece of the clay. When you get into applying it now, remember it's all in your heel. Like you can't just like you can't just like, I'm so used to doing it that I can't help myself from using my heel. Like that's how you're smearing it. You're pushing it into each other. So when you get in here, you just have to take that approach, and top to bottom, you're looking to get that seal done. And if it's not sticking for you, just give it a little bit of water. All right. Get on in there, excuse me. You feeling that? What you got in there? The danger is you put too much at once and it sort of slumps off. If it does, just sort of cleave it all the way off and start from scratch. Like you don't want to necessarily like pull off all those fibers. You want to sort of cut that. So you don't want to like pull the wall down, cut it off. So it's a technique you sort of learn to do with your hand, shaving it. Also, the next day, if you go and you build 14 inches, 16 inches of vertical height in a day, and then it starts to as you build it more, you're like, you just come back the next day and cut off the sides of the wall with a machete. Take like a vertical swipe to it and just cut it off till it's evened up again. And it'll leave a nice rough textured surface that's perfect for your plaster to adhere to.
Oh, thanks.
But yeah, I think you're feeling that in there?
Yeah.
Yeah. Does everybody, I mean, it's almost helpful to me if you can get a hold of one of these balls and really try to practice sort of with just a ball, getting a flat edge to it. Because it's difficult in a way to master that technique. Sort of like butter and bread, you know? Once you've done it a couple times, it's fine, but the first time it's sort of hard. It was. You probably don't remember.
Still is sometimes.
But yeah, you're trying to figure out how to get this even. And it'll really come to your behoove you once you figure out, like you start on a plaster finish and you're really trying to get like a 1/4 inch all the way, so by feel.
I think they might keep them on the top.
You need to keep that over there?
Yeah.
Well, let's see. I'm not going to end up using it all unless we do something somehow. Is there anything we could build on here? I sort of don't want to build stuff on the two sides. But we could build a little
Something like a
sculpture.
frog or something.
Yeah, definitely.
Something on the... Can we put
Buy a
something
shelf on
around
that. You
that?
don't have enough material to build that, but
But yeah, I don't know. Does somebody want to build some sort of snowman or frog or spider or anything like that? We can definitely do that.
Oh, mother's spider.
What I can do is we can just pick a spot up here and we just give this a little wetness, and then yeah, it's all about the design. Do we want to put like a bee on it or some oh, we got some eyes there. Group sculptural projects can be difficult but fun. Is there something somebody's feeling or seeing?
How hot does it get up there?
Not terrible. It is sort of nice for people to put stuff on. I don't know
Remember
if I
what
just
we
want to
put on hours, right?
Huh?
Remember what we put on hours at the end there?
To finish the what?
The Cob Oven at the barn.
What's it got? An owl? What's
No,
it got
it's like
on?
Trying to
like a
trigger your
cat.
memory.
It's a cat.
And
Yeah.
towards the end there, I don't know, Dan and Danielle put some kind of crazy things towards the back of that. They say they were paws, but I don't know. I don't know, there's something.
I don't know either. That's been 10 years. I don't remember.
You'll have to see it to believe it.
Well, I'm not sure if we have a real project to do with this excess cob. It's not a terrible amount that we have extra, so
There's a couple pieces there. Got the exercise.
there you go.
Mixing up a smaller amount would have been hard.
It's hard to mix up in small amounts. It really is. It doesn't work that effectively. Wish I could figure out a nice little project for it, though. Do we want to try to do like a snake or something around one of those posts?